Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Sparks Comics here, ready to do another comic review with you guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing An Unkindness of Ravens, #1, a new series by Boom Studios. And right here is the cover A for that issue #1. And we see the main cast, or what I'm assuming will become the main cast, on the cover for this issue, including the main character Wilma Farrington right here in the middle. And so we'll get to who these other characters are in just a minute. So first impressions on the cover, really cool, great art. Looks like Panosian, Dan Panosian did the cover here, who also is the writer. Dan Panosian did the cover. And so there's a couple other covers that I have here. This is the cover B, Raven variant, which is by Christina I'm gonna butcher this completely. Kalida. Really cool cover. Love the way they did that. Then we have the Jenny Frisson 1 in 10 variant here. Really cool cover as well. And then I also have the 1 per store variant by Emmerich Kennard. Really cool pentagram, virgin cover, awesome. Love it. All of these variants are virgin covers, which seems to be a pattern for Boom Studios. They did that with the variants for We Only Find Them When They're Dead. But really cool cover art and concepts that they have going on for this series. There's some store exclusives that they did as well. I didn't pick any of them up. I just went with the main covers. So let's dive into the story. So it's interesting. It starts out, it says with excerpts from the Abigail House, illustrated by, so Dan Panosian did the initial illustrations as well, but the main story is illustrated by Marianna Ignazzi, colored by Fabiana Mascolo, and lettered by Mike Fiorentino. So sorry if I butchered anybody's names there, but we have this initial part with the excerpts from the Abigail House, a private hostelry. And so it's really different art style than we'll see in the rest of the book, but really focused on the Salem witch trials. And so that's kind of setting our scene when we get into the main story. And so it starts out and we see that there's some girl that's missing, whose name is Waverly Good. And we're in Crab's Eye is the city that we're in. And the main character, Wilma, she is staring at this poster. She's just gotten to this brand new school. She moved to the area with her father. And she's looking at this picture and she's like, that girl looks just like me. That's super weird. And so one of the other characters who looks like he'll probably be a main character, best friend, maybe love interest if they go down that route, who knows. Ansel's his name, he's with her, like, he just met her and he's like, what, like, you look like her, what? So we see a little bit of conversation between her and her dad on the way to school. It sounds like her mom and her sister died when she was 3 in a car accident, and so it's just the two of them. And so she's getting to school. This is high school. As with any high school, there's that popular person. For this high school, it is Scarlet Danforth. She seems to be the leader of their kind of mean girls type of group. But when she gets to her locker, there's this message in her locker It says, "Welcome to Crab's Eye. Meet us after school by the birch trees." And so we find out that that message was written by the Ravens, the other girls that are on the cover here. And really intriguing is that locker used to be the missing girl's locker. And so she's just missing, she's not dead, but the school has somehow cleaned out her locker and given it to the new girl. Super weird. And so there's some intriguing elements in here about Scarlet Danforth's father shows up at the school, seems to be interested in like what's going on with the new person and the missing girl. So kind of suspicious, right? Really cool elements in this. Here's some of the art. I like the way that they stylized, the school bell going off. I really do like the art style in here. Then, we're going through kind of the school day. She's meeting people. And this is when we really find out that, Scarlet and her group are kind of a mean girl type. Is Ansel's like, well, every day they choose a table and whoever's sitting there, they tell them to leave and it's their table for the day. And so we see her crew here. And they come up to Wilma and essentially are almost like trying to recruit her to their group. They kick Ansel out, who's eating lunch with her, and are kind of nice to her, which is weird. And then they're like, hey, meet us after school, and we're the welcoming committee. And then he comes back and the Ravens show up. So we have Yana, Vicky, Zoe, and Zeta. And they're like, hey, you got our message we left in the locker, right? Yes? Cool. And they walk off. And so apparently these four never really talk to anybody other than each other. And they're kind of this like, they're the outcasts, right? So she's like, okay, who am I meeting after school? Am I meeting Scarlet? I'm meeting the Ravens. And so the thing that kind of seems to settle her mind on that is, she's leaning towards the Ravens, it seems like, but it seems that the Scarlet and her crew are really trying to guarantee she comes, and the one guy, I don't remember what his name is, let's see, Teddy Phipps. He's kind of the athlete of the school, kind of a bully, it seems like, and he's like, no, you're going there, and looks like, so he's like, okay, to guarantee that, let me beat up your friend here, and she's kind of threatens him with her 10 years of karate experience, and he backs off, and then the girls show up, Scarlet's girls and her, says that we'll meet up later, whatever. And so that's when we really get the introduction to the magic that we know is coming in this book, which is a really cool end page. And so if this book gets a second print, that should be a second print. That's really cool. Story so far, I think is going somewhere good. We've got enough intrigue in here that's going to keep me going. I'd say, overall, it's building to this witchcraft kind of thing. There's only, I believe this is supposed to be a mini-series, 5 issues. I could be wrong that maybe it's going to be, like Wind, it's going to be 5 issues and then 5 more and then, something like that. But from what I understand, it's 5 issues. So knowing that this is issue 1 of 5, I feel like maybe we needed more in this issue. And we haven't really built enough of the world up yet. And so I do feel like some of that's missing in here, enough world building going on. We see really just the high school and the woods behind the high school, which The woods look pretty intriguing. Maybe there's more of a magical world to build out there, but we've got 4 more issues to do that. So issue 1, story, world building wise, I'd say, it's probably 2.5, 3 stars out of 5. Art, 4 out of 5. The whole story concept, I think the concept is 5 out of 5. Overall, so for this issue, I'd give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna keep reading this though. I think it has potential to grow and potential to improve. I think as I see more of the world, I'm going to like this more. But as of where the story is right now, that's where I put my ranking. So that's my review for An Unkindness of Ravens. It did have a lot of spoilers in there. I will tag that in the title so that you guys don't stumble upon this and accidentally get spoiled for this if you are reading it. If you're not reading it and you heard that spoiler review and you want to pick it up, do so. I think it's going to be a good series. I wanted more from this first issue though, so that's where my views are on it. Thank you guys for watching this review, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. Did you read Unkindness of Ravens? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all. See you next time, and always collect what you love.